What up, folks? I am ultrazillatoys, and today I have a review of the HIYA toys. Exquisite Basic Kong Skull Island may only be used with film indicia. SKULLDEVIL. That's right, my zillions. Not Skull Crawler. No, this is no regular Skull Crawler. This is the SKULLDEVIL, which is the final Skull Crawler that Kong faces in that movie, apparently. Which is not named in the movie, but apparently in the novelization it is, and that's where SKULLDEVIL comes from. Gotta say, I like this box from HIYA. It's not bad. It's a little bit big and unwieldy, and if you saw my unboxing of this, they just make it, and this goes with other HIYA boxes. I don't know why they do this, but they just put the tail straight out across. Instead of like wrapping it around or something, or maybe removing it, or I don't know. I feel like this is just a lot of box for a figure that's like a quarter of the size of this box. So I don't know about the way it's done, but it is a nice looking one. And this is a figure that I've been really looking forward to reviewing. Got mine at Big Bad Toy Store. You know, there was more HIYAs that just came in, finally, that were supposed to come out a while ago, but, you know, they just came into US stock, including King Ghidorah, the first version, and Godzilla the Translucent Spine version. Not getting those guys, and I've discussed that at length before as to the whys, so do check around for that, but without any further ado, let's get to this review. And here's our SKULLDEVIL out of the package, and let's take care of articulation first. Now the mouth opens, and when you open the bottom, the top springs open too. It's very interesting, and the same thing happens when you open the top, the bottom spring goes open. Very interestingly done. Ultrazillatoys Jr. pointed that out for me. I mean, I think I saw it in the unboxing, but he further cemented it. I like how they did that. I like how they connected the top and the bottom by the sinewy bits on the inside. That's really cool. A nice concept. Kudos, HIYA. See, I'm not all hate these days on them at all. The head moves back and forth, goes up and down. That has a joint right there at the neck. Now you got a hinge swivel at the shoulder. You have a swivel at the bicep. You have a double jointed forward elbow, I guess. And then you have a swivel here, and that rotates as well. Now, if you saw my unboxing, you saw that this came apart on me. Now, it's not coming apart on me now, but do pay attention to that. This opened up. So if it doesn't happen here, I'm not going to force the issue at all. But it did come apart on me on my unboxing, and if you want to see that, please go check that out. If it doesn't happen again naturally here, and you know, this one was fine. Then at the, I guess, abs, you have a little bit of rotation here. A little bit. It's not going around all the way, but it crunches fine and stuff. And then you have another joint right there, and then the final one over here. I'm guessing these are ball joints. Like, this is what I'm saying. This could have been, you know, removed and placed behind and have a smaller box. And then this is a bendy wire. I don't know how everybody feels about it, but you know, it's a bendy wire, and you know, so you know, very very NECA of them, which I've compared to them many times before. But you know what? I think the articulation is fine, and I particularly like the jaw. Looks wise, it's pretty cool. Like, I think the proportions are pretty good. The bendy tail does make it do some weird things, so you do have to fiddle with it a little bit to make it natural. You do get the holes on the bottom, you know, like old bendy wires will have. You know, if you don't have them, it's just going to rip right through. But even still, they could rip right through, so do be careful. I do think the sculpt is pretty decent on the tail. Otherwise, as well as the paint. Pretty nice. Going up the back, you got really nice paint and sculpt work. I do dig it. Let's zoom in so you can see that nicely. Very, very cool. This little bit of like spine here is pretty nice. I like the colors on it. There's some light greens and grays. I like this little ridge on the side here. Kind of like a shoulder blade almost. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Going down to the arms. You do have a nice spike at the back of the arm. At the elbow. That's painted well. The bicep looks pretty good. I like these little kind of spikies that are hanging out here. Very, very nicely done. Good paint again. Underneath the arm is pretty decent. You do, you know, have a very plain joint there. The hand looks pretty good. Foot, hand, whatever. Top of it looks pretty good. It's very Creature from the Black Lagoon-esque. Don't you guys think? I think it is. It's very much like that. But I like it. I like the arms. They look very, very good. Legs. Then the neck looks pretty nice. You got some nice like musculature that goes through. It's pretty neat. You know what I'm saying? I do dig it. On the bottom, looks pretty good. I like the chest. Chest is pretty nicely done. Good paint there. And when you bend it back, you see more. You know, he's very ribby. And that's pretty good. Then up here, you do get a stoppage of the paint. It's not like well done. So you go from here, it's blended nice, and then boop, stop. No blending on this particular joint at all, segment. Yeah, I wish they would have continued this just a little bit to get that blend going, but they didn't. And then up here, it's totally different as well. So it's like, it almost feels like this particular one, they decided not to paint at all, or forgot to paint. Or I don't know, maybe that's just on mine. You guys let me know down below if you got this, and if that looks the same, but it looks absolutely odd because, you know, this is one color, this is another color, and there's no like blending that's happening there. It's a little bit of a bummer. Because, you know, otherwise I think the paint is pretty good. This is what that side of the joint looks like, and the top. So there is some paint on the top. You got the white paint from the quote-unquote skull part. And I like how this top part looks. It looks really, really good. Like a really, really nice joint. I mean, joint. Really, really nice head sculpt. You know, it's pretty excellent. You got the little eyes. Those are the little eyes, not those. I know. So annoying. But the little eyes with the little slits, they're alright. You know, and then the faux eyes look really good, or nostrils, but they look fine. That's always what, you know, has been the real eyes to me. Makes them scary. But you see, like underneath that white, you see more paint, and I think that looks really cool the way, like some greens and pinks are showing through. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty good. I don't really see it on this side, actually. That's interesting. See it on that side, I almost feel like that's a mistake now. Yeah, I don't know. I like that, though. I'm not sure. Let's see what the bottom looks like. We saw that. Then you got more of this here. The white paint, which looks pretty good. The inside of the mouth looks awesome. Like, really nicely painted. The tongue, the sinewy bits, as we said. The little teeth. Pretty good. And the teeth on the top are a different color than the teeth on the bottom, so I don't know what's up with that. But I'm not sure if that's accurate, but his little smaller teeth are kind of like yellowish. On top, you see that? Let's see if I can get it better. See? Little teethies in there. And then the big teethies over here are more white. So I don't know. Here's the tongue. Do be careful. You can't, and I feel like rip this right out. It's not articulated, it's just glued down. Yeah, I'd be very careful with that. But love the inside of the mouth. It is very, very nice. And overall, I mean, I gotta say, I think this is a really nice looking skull crawler. You know, not perfect, but, you know, pretty good. A really nice figure, I think, of the SKULLDEVIL. Yeah, I'm into it. I dig this one. I mean, especially because, you know, I mean, what other skull crawlers do I have? I think I just have the Playmates. So this works. This works very much so. And for your size comparisons, first up, here is that skull crawler from Playmates, as well as Warbot. I brought him in because there was a little space to fill there. He's another cool Playmates figure that I feel like doesn't get enough credit. But, you know, I really like this Skullcrawler. I think it's really, really nice. As you can see, this is much nicer. But this is really, really cool as well. So, I mean, this is GVK, but still, you know, they go together really well. They scale together nice. So, I dig these two together for sure. And here's Skulldevil with some various Monsterverse Kongs. With the third-party Kong, I'm just gonna not name it because I know there's bad feelings. One of the SH Monster Arts, and of course the Playmate Skull Island one. So let's take these guys away. This isn't bad. I mean, if the Playmates one and this goes well together, I would have to say these two go very well together too. But here's a HIYA Kong with the Skulldevil. This is, of course, the GVK one. But that's all right. You kind of get the gist of it. The Skull Island one is now, or coming out right now, officially overseas. But I won't be getting it till it comes out here. So, you know, it'll be a while for my review on that. I've stated many times, I'm just not paying extra for any of these guys. And shipping will be, you know, a little pricey. But, you know what? For now, I think those scale well. And my final thoughts, you know, I really like the Skulldevil. I think it's a really cool figure. I love the jaw. That action is really cool. I did have a problem with this ankle in my unboxing, but I don't appear to have it now, so I'm not going to complain about it. The bendy wire could be a problem for folks. I think it's fine. I get the part, though, where it does feel a little cheap. There's that part of it. I would suggest, you know, HIYA having, like, another price point that's a little bit cheaper, because some of these don't feel as, like, worth it as some of the others. Now, I like the figure, so I don't mind that I have it even at the price point, but if I didn't like the figure, I'm gonna have a problem more with the price point. It's just, you know, the way things work, honestly. But I could see this being like $40 and now $50. You know, like, I think that would be better. Like Rodan, Mothra, they should be a little bit, like, cheaper than, like, Godzilla, right? Like, so I feel like some variance in the price points might be something that HIYA should think about a little bit more. I know Shimo is going to be like $60, and I'm assuming that's going to be a bigger, chunkier figure, so there's going to be that. That's going to be cool, but, you know, the other way would be nice too. But overall, I think it's a really cool figure. The paint is really nice. I think the sculpt is really nice, so it works well. I'm good with it. I'm good with it, guys. This is a very nice Skulldevil, or Skullcrawler, whatever you want to call it. And I think you should get your own. So if you do want to get your own, do check out one of my links down below, maybe to Entertainment Earth or Amazon or wherever. You can help support the channel by buying this figure at one of those places linked down below, and I'd appreciate that. There you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection. Till next time, peace out, peeps.